Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
On the floor for the visiting Golden State Warriors. At center, Andrew Bogut. At center, Andrew Bogut. Starting it!
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke.
Charlotte Ball.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Freak subbed in for Lee. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Ezeli in at the center, filling out the middle. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Warriors?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
Warriors leading by 8. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. According to him, their focus defensively is going to be on making things difficult inside. Ideally, they'll be in the best shape, he feels, if they force most of the shots against them to come from the perimeter. Guys?
Thank you, Doris.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Oh, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Curry attacking. Pass to Ezeli. Here's the three. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 11.
They haven't been able to stifle him defensively here.
No, to the contrary. They haven't provided much resistance at all. And in this game, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
Thompson with the bucket.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Well, I thought maybe he was set. I know that's a difficult call to make, but I think they might have missed that one.
And the Hornets making a change here. Len's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Spates comes in for Green, and it's Livingston in for Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nobody near Barnes. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. And the rejection by Ezeli.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark. New group in now for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Zeller. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. Freaks checked in for Lamb, and Walker subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Stephen Curry in for Thompson. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston is out there with Curry. And it's Ezeli in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Williams kicks to Freak. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Barnes. And that's now 17 points for Steph Curry.
Yeah, in the quest to get to the playoffs, the Hornets came up short last season, and a lot of that was due to how they fared against the Western Conference. They just couldn't keep up with the offensive firepower coming out of the West.
Pass to Livingston. Outside, Green. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got his second basket of the night.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
As you mentioned, the Hornets struggled against the West, only won 8 games in their 30 games played.
And you need to be near 500 against the West if you want to make the playoffs in the East. But it was their lack of offense that just made it so hard for the Hornets to keep up with a lot of teams in the West.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Here's Jefferson. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
He just couldn't get a hand in the face on that one.
That's using what you got. He's got a height advantage, put it to good use there, and got himself a clean look.
They double-team Curry. Here's Green. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Green's got his third basket of the night. At the elbow, Williams. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
From Kemba Walker.
Now here's Curry. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Utah. He kicks to Livingston. Green, the screen. So as we conclude the first...
Thank you, Kevin.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Jefferson. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. Freaks checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker. And then for Golden State, Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Freak in at shooting guard. Zeller is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Batum, and it's Lin in at point guard. So that's the Hornets' 5.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Freak. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
At the top of the key, Batum. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A rare miss for him. And a wide open look for Freak. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Thompson outside. And the Warriors miss again.
All right, Charlotte, now entering the court for your viewing entertainment.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Maurice Spates out there with Festus Ezeli. Then there's Barbosa. Then there's Ian Clark, and it's Rush in at the small forward.
And one priority for the commissioner this year was how the schedule worked. There were complaints about too many back-to-back games, and it was something everybody wanted to improve upon.
Greg, as you said, the NBA schedule was something that needed change. Players were getting worn out with all the back-to-back games, Clark. It's you've been through it and you know firsthand.
And it's not just the back-to-back games, Kevin. It's the 4 games in 5 nights or the 7 in 10 days. The league office knows the NBA is at their best when teams are rested. And kudos to the league for doing something about it.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Utah. And that one's good. Free. Here's Clark. He feeds it to Rush. The dish to Spates. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
The Warriors shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Clark kicks to Varejao. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
There's a screen by Hansbrough. Lynn the pass to Freak. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Here's Barbosa, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lynn kicks to Freak. And it's off from 3-point range. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the